Hey guys, this is Kevin. I'm going to make a video now about something which may or may not be on YouTube. I haven't checked. Sorry if it already is. If not, well, I'm going to put it up there. I'm going to show you how to take a piece of wood and turn it into one of these over a video series that I'm going to be doing. This is, of course, a Tsuka. Now, I'm using a Tanto Tsuka because it's small. It'll be easy for me to work. I'm doing it for fun, and it'll be a lot faster. I won't have to sit for months at a time between doing videos since I'm, working a day job too. Anyways, I'll show you how to get from this to that. What you want to do first is, of course, select some wood. You want your wood to, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but you want your wood to have good, even, tight grain, preferably aged and unsalted. This is yellow poplar, one of the better woods you can use in the United States as far as readily available woods. You don't want it to be super hard because then when you go into cutting hard targets with a sword, you get that strong shock that comes back into your hands. Hurts a lot. You don't want that. So you want something a little bit softer. Poplar's sort of soft. It's still a very hard, very strong wood. Not nearly as soft as Hinoki, which I'm not using because I don't feel like ordering at this point in time, but it's a better wood to work. I'm using this though. So like I said, good tight grain, no knots. Knots are very, very bad. Now traditionally, they would use a hacksaw. This is an American hacksaw, cuts on the push rather than on the pull, but use a hacksaw like this to split the wood lengthwise, like that. Then they would hollow out the inside, which is called the nakago ana, is the hollow on the inside, to fit the blade using the two pieces that were cut apart there. Seeing how I'm doing this for fun and I don't feel like taking all that time and effort, I did it this way. I went to the hardware store and I just bought smaller pieces of wood. Much easier. And they fit together pretty well. They're already planed. You don't have to worry about too much warping usually with smaller pieces, but it's good to watch for that too. Again, unsalted, no knots, good tight grain with these. Now, you take the nakago, and you're going to line it up on this piece of wood here, just to show you where the ha and the mune are. You do not want to line it up like this. What's going to happen is your scud's going to end up being really straight, and it's not going to follow the flow of the blade. It'll stick out. You want it to line up to the ha side of the nakago. This will allow you to carve out this back area here and give the nakago a nice smooth curve that'll match the blade, match the saya. Very, very important for tradition, just because aesthetics are a very big part of it. Anyways, line it up like this. Take a pencil, trace it on, do the same thing to both halves. Once you have that finished, you'll take a wood chisel, like this one here, and you'll hollow out the inside. Now, this is very, very dangerous. These are really, really sharp tools. Kids, don't do this. Send it out to somebody to do it for you if you need to get it fixed. See that scar right there? That's from a wood tool. That's from a wood tool. Don't ask me how it got so high up on my arm, because I'm not going to tell you. But anyways, you're going to chisel it out with this. You'll end up with something like this. Notice how it's all hollowed out. You do that to both sides, and when you close it up, it'll still look like a block of wood. Take one of these, which is a wood plane, and you'll scrape away at the outside until you get a good oval profile like this one here. Now this is an almost completed tsuka for a katana that I'm working on right now. You can see how the nakago ana inside is really nice and even. It fits perfectly on the blade. Nice round and comfy outside. Haven't glued it yet, but this is what the core should look like when you're getting closer to being done. An important point to note, notice that one side is carved out deeper than the other side, both on the ha both on the ha and on the mune side. The reason for this is because you want the ha and the mune to rest on solid wood, not the seam. If it's resting on the seam with a lot of cutting, a lot of force going on those areas there, it's going to split on you right along that seam. So you want to have solid wood here, which has been grown that way for who knows how long, to take most of the shock from your cutting. Another good point that I'll show you right now. See those lines? That's Sharpie. But I use that to trace the way that the grain flows on the Tsuka. Now, of course, if you look at the side of it, you have lines going sideways. Look at it this way. The grain curves this way, and the grain curves this way on this piece of wood here. The reason you want it sitting like this is because of the lateral pressure that you'll get in these areas here from the G side of the nakago. Every time you cut, pressure will be exerted like this. If you have it with the grain going this way and the pressure going like that, you'll lose chunks in here. It'll snap out, your blade will go crazy, you'll lose control, and you'll probably get hurt. So you want it to be facing this way. Much stronger like this. So after you do all that, you get it shaved down to just about the right size. I'm using crazy glue. Traditionally it would be rice glue, but you want to glue the two halves together, make sure they're nice and tight, and you'll end up with something like this. This is the Tanto Tsuka. Oh, and you'll notice it's curved. And I'll show you how that looks in a little while when it's on the blade. But this is what you end up with. Nice, solid. There's the ana. You can see, good and clean. You'll also notice that the sides are flat. The reason the sides are flat is because this is round. Now, kind of weird, right? Flat sides, round fittings. When you do the full same wrap and you put the etho on there, it's going to stick up further. When it's flat on the sides already, it'll line up perfectly to this. By the time you're done with it all, you'll have this. Well, you know, done with the carving. Notice how it curves? Not bad, huh? Anyways, keep tuned in. I'm going to have some more videos out on this soon. Hope you liked it. Hope it was informative. And wish me luck that I don't screw it up. Thanks, guys.